The emergency session of the Galactic Council had never seen such chaos. Ambassador Zethkar of the Vortanian Empire trembled as holographic displays showed the impossible sight. 500,000 human warships materializing at the edge of their solar system, their dark hulls bristling with weapons that shouldn't exist. 3 days earlier, everything had been routine. The diplomatic vessel Serenity's Dawn had been conducting standard negotiations on the trade moon of Kepler 442c. 9-year-old Maya-chan had been there with her parents, part of the first human family to witness an interstellar treaty signing. She had wandered too close to the restricted Zephyrian delegation, her curiosity piqued by their luminescent biosuits. The Zephyrian security officer, Karthak, had acted according to his species protocols. Unknown organisms approaching critical personnel were to be neutralized immediately. The plasma discharge lasted only 0.3 seconds. Maya's small body had simply vanished. The human delegates had said nothing. Ambassador Sarah Mitchell had simply requested immediate transport back to Earth, her face carved from stone. The Council had assumed the matter would be handled through standard diplomatic channels, perhaps a formal complaint, maybe trade sanctions. They had been catastrophically wrong. Admiral Vexthun of the Council Defense Fleet stared at his tactical displays in disbelief. "This is impossible," he whispered to his aide. "Our intelligence indicated humans possessed perhaps 50 interstellar-capable vessels. How do they have 500,000? The truth was spreading through the Council chambers like wildfire. Humanity had been playing the long game for centuries. While presenting themselves as a young, developing species eager for galactic acceptance, they had been secretly industrializing their entire asteroid belt. Hidden shipyards in the shadows of Jupiter's moons had been churning out warships using technologies reverse-engineered from crashed alien vessels. Technologies the Council didn't even know humans had access to. The lead human vessel, the dreadnought Maya's Fury, transmitted on all frequencies. Commander Elena Vasquez's voice was calm, professional, and absolutely terrifying in its measured restraint. "This is the Human Colonial Defense Force addressing the Galactic Council. We come not as conquerors, but as grieving parents. A child, an innocent child, was murdered in cold blood by your representative. We demand justice." Council Chairman Mordeth activated his communicator with shaking appendages. "Commander Vasquez, surely we can resolve this through diplomatic means." The officer acted according to his species protocols. It was a tragic misunderstanding. Misunderstanding? Vasquez's laugh was sharp as broken glass. "Your protocols authorize the summary execution of children for the crime of curiosity? How very enlightening." The human fleet had arranged itself in a perfect sphere around the Council's home system, each ship precisely positioned to maximize tactical advantage. Advanced scanning revealed weapons systems that defied known physics, antimatter torpedoes, gravitational pulse cannons, and something the Council's scientists couldn't even identify but registered as catastrophically dangerous. "We offer terms," Vasquez continued. "Karthak will be surrendered to human justice. The Zephyrian government will pay reparations to Maya Chen's family, and the Council will formally acknowledge that human children, all human civilians, are under the protection of the Colonial Defense Force." Chairman Mordeth consulted frantically with his advisors. The Zephyrians were already signaling their willingness to comply, terrified by the display of human military might. But the precedent this would set. "And if we refuse?" Mordeth asked, though he already knew the answer. The tactical displays showed 500,000 weapon systems powering up simultaneously, their combined energy signature visible across 3 star systems. "Then you will learn why humans are the only species in the galaxy that still practices warfare as an art form," Vasquez replied. "We've been studying you for 2 centuries, learning your weaknesses, planning for every contingency." Maya Chun was 9 years old. She liked astronomy and wanted to be an explorer. She died alone and afraid, disintegrated by a being who saw her as nothing more than a potential threat. The silence stretched across space, heavy with unspoken threats and impossible choices. "You have 1 hour to decide," Vasquez concluded. "Choose wisely. The galaxy is watching." As the transmission ended, Council members began to understand that humanity had never been the junior species they believed. They had been the apex predators, patiently waiting in the shadows. And now they were awake,